Hi, my name is Sean Lyngaas. I'm a journalist who's covered cybersecurity for several years, and I've also reported from the Middle East and West Africa over the course of my career. My project for the Pulitzer Center focused on cybersecurity in the nuclear sector. These are two really complex and provocative subjects whose intersection is not necessarily that well understood by the public. Because of this, I approached this topic very cautiously and spent several months thinking about how I would illustrate it to the reader, but also put it in its proper context. To do that, I spent many months interviewing and gaining the trust of sources in this sensitive industry, and also profiling a few people who are thinking very creatively about cyber threats in the nuclear sector. I decided to do that for my first story by profiling a few exercises that the nuclear industry has been carrying out to try to prepare for cyber attacks. I talked to a lot of people who described these situations, and in doing so revealed some characteristics of their personalities. So I used that color to illustrate the story while also grounding it in a lot of research. I take you behind the scenes to a recent exercise in Sweden in which nuclear employees were practicing how they would defend against an array of attacks in a simulated environment. I also take you behind the scenes of a conference call between the White House and the UK government in which they practiced communication structures that would have to function well in the event of a serious cyber attack on the nuclear sector. This is a very sensitive subject, and so it takes a long time to gain the trust of people with inside knowledge. This issue is also notoriously difficult to literally illustrate in the form of good visuals. You have the proverbial faceless hacker who is targeting an abstract computer system, and it is very difficult to really bring that to life on the page. Luckily, I had the good fortune of working with some very good graphic artists at The Verge, the publication that published my first piece. My reporting on the subject continues. I look forward to sharing more with you in future stories, and please stay tuned for that. Thanks very much.